Caitlin's sleeping meds and vitamins at 7:30 p.m. Emily's vitamins and sleeping meds at 7:30 p.m.
Let's see if any of this is working. Started streaming less than a minute ago. Okay. I don't know. I have a feeling most of my crowd is going to be in a turkey coma, but this could be fun. I think I'm going to work on kitting this guy up. Ah, Don loves diamond painting. Good evening. No turkey coma for you tonight? Okay. I am going to do this one as a Christmas gift to my father-in-law, if I can get it done. It's just a little guy. Should be able to. You had yours yesterday? Okay. I imagine there's probably a number of people in a turkey coma at the moment. But I figured there are also a number of us who aren't Americans, so, which I am not. Not that there's anything wrong with that. So I figured I'd go live. Alrighty, what do we got here? One is 300. So is it a good turkey coma? Spend time with friends? Your family? Probably most people are spending time with family. I hear you there. What better way to spend a holiday? Gonna have to get used to the StreamYard's delay. And this pen does not want to work. I'm not sure if it just doesn't want to work at all, or if it just doesn't want to work on this painting, on these stickers, rather. Oh yeah, of course, new baby. We haven't a new baby in the family in a while, but there's going to be one coming up in April, and that child is going to be spoiled rotten. She's the first great-grandchild, or he will be the first great-grandchild. Last new baby in the family was mine, and my youngest is turning 9 in April, so it's been a while. I'm gonna go close the door so you're not hearing my washing machine. Laundry is important, however. First grandbaby's always excited. Yeah, my two are the only blood grandchildren in my family. My sister has a stepdaughter, but has no children of her own. And given the strange social dynamics of my family, seeing as my sister married into a friend of the family, she is loved, but my mother does not want to step on her friend's toes as grandma. So the other side, both my husband's brothers had children before we did, but my oldest was still the first grandbaby in a while. So there's an 8-year gap between my nephew. I might want to actually put the symbol on these. That's 5. And 6. So what are you working on? I've got 2 giant diamond art clubs that I'm working on, but I need a smaller break, and this one needs to get done for Christmas, so that's why I'm starting to kit it up. Eight oh 7 930. Ah, 930. And that's A is the symbol for that one. Nine three one B. Oh, Jackalope Junction. Yeah, that was a cute one. I like that one. Don't have that one, but I did like it. Yeah, I'm working currently on Mama Knows, which is, it's only like 47 wide, but it's huge long. It's like 84 long. And on My Garden Needs Tending, which I think is the standard 51 by 71, but they're still huge. So I'm getting close to done on them, but I wanted to take a break, and I wanted to get this kit up because it's kind of been bugging me. 932. We're getting all the 930s in this one. C. I have not taken the Tma plunge. I'm a little afraid. I'm a little afraid of the Tma plunge, getting into the sparklers and stuff. I'm sure I will eventually. 934 is F. 936 is H. Oh yeah, you've been into the big ones. 3 foot by 4 foot. Yeah, the one that I'm going to be working on for Christmas, once I finish at least one of these DACs, I'm going to be doing it for a couple of different collabs, but it's the new one. I think it's called Fireside Christmas, the great big David Donaldson one. It's enormous. It's at least 100 centimeters long. And I'm going to be, hello. Hi, honey.
Is it safe to come down?
It's safe to come down. I'm live, but you can come down. You live here too.
Well, I live upstairs.
You come down occasionally. Yeah, it's going to be gorgeous, but it's huge. And I'm not entirely sure where I'm going to stick it.
I don't need it for you.
What? It's going to get loud in a second. We have a soda stream, which makes pop. It's the only downside is it's kind of loud to use, and it's not far from where my speaker is. And that's my husband. You'll probably never see him on camera. He claims he breaks cameras.
No, I'm just too busy watching the kids.
Watching them ignore everything on their tablets?
Yep.
3011.
Sounds like
Oh, good
bingo.
for you.
Sounds like you're playing bingo.
Oh, I'm not playing bingo now. Hi, Hello Queen hubby. Dawn says.
Sure. Hi. Didn't realize it was your hubby. My bad.
I would think you are. Yeah, I pretty much have to sneak to take pictures of him. He does not like having his picture taken. The whole wedding scene was not fun for him when we got married. I am considering getting one of those new Chuck Pinsons that they're putting out with the cabin in the woods for him, because if given a choice, that's where he would like to be, is in a cabin in the woods away from people. The one with the pretty purple mountains would be lovely. $7.65. Purple Mountains Majesty. It's just, whoa. I saw that one, went, wow, a Chuck Pinson I think I actually have to get. That's low. I mean, his are pretty, but fire engine. Yeah, I'd consider getting that one for my brother-in-law. He's a volunteer firefighter. He would love to do that for a living, but it's hard to get into that. I'm not sure if it's the same in the US, but it is here in Canada. Lots of applicants, and he's now in his 40s. So he works currently for the post office and is a volunteer. 3808. This pen is terrible. I really should find a different one. Yes. I have pens. Pens I have. The tops of these stickers are a little plasticky, so it doesn't always like to write on them. $38.08, $38.55. It's T. And 5200 is X. I see. Must have been working in something fairly lucrative then. Which is good. Or at least I hope he's working in something fairly lucrative and they weren't trying to get away with paid fire force a pittance of money. That would suck. We want people who are saving our lives to be well compensated for it. Call me old-fashioned. Airline mechanic, yeah, that would probably make some money. Oh no. I think there was a few airlines that went under. It was 2011 or 2001. 20 was 38.55. Oh, I missed a letter. I did. I missed one. 38.62. It's you. $20,000 a year sounds kind of low for people who are risking their lives. But I'm glad they're getting paid better now. Yeah, both my brother-in-law and his dad are volunteer firefighters for a very small town on Lake Erie, where he and my sister live. 20 is T. It's the wrong one. Yeah, that's the problem my brother-in-law was running into. He went to school for it and everything else and got all the training he needed. He even got LASIK because he needed to have 20/20 vision to get it done, but he never did land a paid fire position. And now that he's in his 40s, there's a lot of up-and-comers in their early 20s who are in better shape than he is. So Indiana, I don't think I've been there. We're in Southern Ontario. This little town exists because we're halfway on the railroad. We're halfway on the railroad between Buffalo and Detroit on the Canadian side. So we're literally the railway capital of Canada. And my sister lives in a little town just south of me. Amtrak train maintenance. Bet you that pays pretty well too, I would think. My husband normally would be getting laid off, but now he works. They are beautiful. We were there for our 10th anniversary this time last year. We're married on Halloween, so we went just after Halloween down to the falls. Wouldn't do that this year, though. Much fun as it was. $37.66. We've been there a bunch of times. It's about an hour's drive. More like an hour and a half from where we are. So we've gotten in there a bunch of times. $37.65. It's a pretty blue. It's a tealy green blue. Yeah, my husband works as a foreman in a golf course, so normally he'd be gearing up to close it down and be laid off for the season, but they're doing some maintenance over the winter, taking down some trees and stuff once the ground freezes. It's worthwhile going. This year they're just awash. This time of year they're just awash with lights, all the Christmas lights up around, and then of course the falls are lit up too. We typically go in the summer though. Yeah, he'll be working through the winter this year. Fortunately, this golf course is also owned by somebody who does who has a second company who does sports memorabilia. So he works the last couple of years. He's worked there in the fall and winter. They're usually off. He'll work there from about early to mid December usually until about early mid March. But there's been many years where he's just got unemployment insurance because there wasn't a job that would take him, since he only really needed about 10 weeks between. So he's going to be working there most of the winter, and on days where it's gross and blizzardy and stuff like that, or on days where they just simply can't do anything with the trees, he'll be working at the factory. One diamond here doesn't want to come out. Stubborn. It is. It is. I haven't been able to go to work due to mental health issues. So it's been a really good thing that he's been able to work. Fortunately, I've been able to get the medical leave. And hopefully they can get my... Oh, I did it. I hate it when I do that. I label it thinking this side is the front. Yeah, hopefully we can get my medication fixed so that I'm not having a panic attack every time I try and leave the house. Because that's slightly inconvenient, to put it mildly. I got told I had to go and get my ID renewed so that I could even get an appointment to get my medication. And it took me almost a full week for me to be able to work myself up so that I could get dressed and get out the door to go get my ID renewed. I'm pretty sure it's the whole stress over the corona thing that's made everything worse. I've been dealing with anxiety and depression probably most of my life, but it got really bad a few years ago when I lost my father and my young nephew in rapid succession. Wait a second. 13. I put those in the wrong damn spot. I'm a professional. a tray out here. I had one. There's one. Glad I noticed now before trying to do the painting. That would have been bad. And unfortunately, being Canadian, wrecking my savings isn't a problem, except for the whole not working thing. But also, fortunately, due to being Canadian, we have a fairly robust backup. What I'm using technically is supposed to be for COVID, but it can be used for any illness to give me some income while I'm trying to deal with this. Because I'm sure it's COVID that's made it this bad. It hasn't been this bad since Sam died. But yeah, there's nothing quite like having to tell a man that your brother-in-law, that his 17-year-old son just passed away. That was something I will never, ever, ever, ever want to do again. Oh, it's autocorrecting SUV to saving. Oh, jeepers. Yeah, there's a reason I don't drive, and my panic attacks are definitely right up there. Not fit to drive. It's not a good look, panicking behind the wheel. Ah. I have a feeling I've skipped more than one number here. It's 9:30. 9. Uh-oh. 30:11, 9:36, 9:34, 9:32, 9:31, 9:30. I've missed a number. 5200, 3862, 3855, 3808, 3766, 3765, 3072. Oh, this is fun. 3872. I missed 3013. Okay, so I'm just going to pen that onto here. Yeah. Hopefully, when you wrecked your SUV, you and no one else were hurt. That's no good. Yeah, I found it. Now they're all going to be out of order. Oh, well. I'm not going to rearrange all of the stickers. That's just silly. But now I have the fun part of 3013 is now in 3012. Because the only thing that's on these bags is the canvas number. So I've just been going through them in order, and it's like, no, I have 8 buckets left, and I've got 9 colors. Something's wrong. Oh, that's rough. But knowing I'm getting hurt is a good thing. That could have been a lot worse. Yeah. I somehow had ended up being the person who, the first person in the family to know that my nephew had passed. He died in a car crash. Head on, no chance, at highway speed. And somehow I ended up being the first person in the family to find out about it. So I was the one who ended up having to tell his dad, because his dad was separated from, his dad and his mom were not living together, hadn't been in a long time. So the police had gone to inform his mom's family, and word apparently travels faster than the police because I found out about it through friends of the family before the police got to my brother-in-law's to let him know. So that was traumatic. It was traumatic enough without me having to be the one to break the news. And I thought I was okay for even a few months afterwards, but I started getting horrific. I would have panic attacks to the point where I couldn't leave the house, and I was getting horrific migraines from the stress. And eventually I just went, nope, can't do this anymore. Took 6 months off work, and then that ultimately changed careers. Yeah. So I'm thankful I will be quite thankful if I never ever have to do that again. On a happier note, his cousin is expecting a little boy in April, so I'm going to be a great aunt. And she's always been fantastic with kids, so she will make an excellent mother. Of that, I am very certain. That means I got to get my crochet skills up so that I can make some pretty blankets for new baby boy. And I've heard rumors that a cousin of mine is pregnant with twins, although I do not have that for certain. And I don't want to ask in case that wasn't true or it was true and she's lost them. Because I would think I would have heard by now for official. I got the, you didn't hear this from me, but from my mother. But I've not heard anything official yet, so I don't know what's going on with that. And a coworker is pregnant, and she found out what the gender is, but they're doing a gender reveal party on the weekend, so she doesn't herself know yet. So I got lots of babies coming, hopefully. I hope everything's okay with my cousin. But I don't want to broach that subject unless it's sensitive, or in case it's sensitive. Twin pregnancies can be so difficult. Yeah, I do. I haven't bought any of the yarn because I didn't know what genders I was working with. But I'm working on it. I actually got into a subscription box. I posted the video earlier today that is a kit club. So it sends you all of the yarn you need for the kit and the instructions and a translation manual. Well, the thing that I find interesting about it is that this cousin is one of twins, and it's his wife who's pregnant. Now, twins run in families, but they run through the maternal lines, so I don't know. I don't know if there's any twins in her family or not. Hey, Crystal. Hello, hello. Getting up a project for my father-in-law. He just moved into assisted living in the last few months, so I'm hoping to give him a cute diamond painting of fish to brighten up his room. Oh, no worries. What are you going to Canadian Tire for? Canadian Tire doesn't just sell tires. They're hardware, home goods, all kinds of stuff. So she may not be going there because her car is busted. To put money on your credit card? Well, you're paying a debt. That's a good thing. I do not have a credit card with Canadian Tire, but I know people who do. My dad used to. We don't shop there terribly often. Adulting stinks, but it must be done. Yes, yes, for sure. $75 at Michael's, you got off easy. Michael's, I rarely walk out of with less than $100. My husband's always worried when I go to Michael's. It's so expensive. I have a ton of these 5200. I'm going to empty both bags into this pill bottle. You save $69.90. Girl knows how to do for Michael's. Lots of coupons. You don't go to Michael's unarmed without your coupons, for sure. BOGO sales for Black Friday. Nice. I can force myself out of the house. I might have to kidnap my mother and make her take me to Michael's. It's not in town. It's out of town, and I don't drive, so. 2 frames, some 1/4-inch cardstock, ribbon, a mat, and a gift for my son. Very nice. And they've got lots of great frames there. I should probably go there and see if I can get one for this. Good work. We got mask orders in all provinces now. I know Alberta was the holdout, but I think they may have decided that was less good. Okay. BOGO or 60% off. Nice. Yeah. So I will definitely go see if I can get a frame for this guy. Need to pick up some clay for my oldest for Christmas too. She's been watching Crashly's. BC's on the state of emergency? Yeah, that doesn't surprise me. COVID's up everywhere. Not been to BC myself. Yep, she's been watching Crashly with me, and I decided to get her some clay for her 13th birthday, which was last month. And she's been enjoying it, so I'm in Southern Ontario, near London, which is where I'm going to have to go if I want to go to Michael's, because the little town that I live in does not have one. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I live just south of London in a little town called St. Thomas. It is teeny tiny. Unless you know this area well, you would not know where it is. Remember when we lived out in Prince Edward Island, we would occasionally tell people that we were from St. Thomas, and people go, what? And it's like, it's close to London, Ontario. And there was usually other blank looks. It's like, it's about 2 hours out of Toronto. And we're like, oh, near Toronto. Yes, it's tiny. I wouldn't say blink and you miss it, but it's not big. It's technically, it's a city. PEI is beautiful. I lived out there when I was a kid. We moved in the early 80s to Ottawa when the recession hit. And my mother got into the Department of Veterans Affairs. And then while we were living in Ottawa, that whole department got moved out to PEI. So we lived there for 4 years-ish. The Atlantic provinces are breaking up New Brunswick. Shocker. Okay, I think I need to get my multiplacer on. All right, where my Bago tools go. They're in here somewhere. Don't need that anymore. I have a pencil case that has all of my tools in it. It's not this one. It's a white one that is around somewhere. Oh, I am so disorganized. Did I take it with me when I put the other painting away? It's possible. I've done things like that before. Excuse me. Not there. Not there. I have too much crap, apparently. Heavy snow and wind. Oh, New Brunswick has COVID out of control. Yeah, I could see that. Drive safe. I found it. Oh, I want to get the bigger placer out because 5200 everywhere. There it is. Swap out the 4. I don't find that I need a bigger placer that often, so I typically just leave the 4 placer on. But I thought this was actually a partial when I bought it. It's clearly not. Surrounded by white. Four placer is a nice, comfortable one. I like it. I'm not as good with this 10 placer, but sometimes the 10 placer is prescribed, and buttloads of white or black is definitely one of those times. Oh boy. Gotta love the entire pill bottle full of 5200. I have not tried a 15 placer. And yes, Miss Coffee makes that look way too easy. But such is repetition. I would think I would have to buy a 15 placer. I've never seen a kit come with them. These ones I think I got from the Easy Whim kits. Back when I still had the sub. Ten is the biggest one I've tried. And I don't use it very often. I don't find it's necessary very often. Maybe it's just the choice of images I choose, but I don't generally find that I need more than a 4. except in situations like this. And I still spend probably more time than I should nudging them where I want them when I'm done too. Well, that didn't work. I got like 5 on there. I've heard that. I have not actually purchased a check yet. Landscapes just don't typically do it for me. They're pretty and all, but if I'm going to spend Diamond Art Club money, it generally has to be something that takes my breath away, and that's not generally a landscape that does that. Mind you, the 2 that I like from this new batch that DAC is releasing in the wee hours, they're both landscapes because I like that one with the purple mountains, which I think is a Chuck, and then the one with Neuschwanstein Castle, which I cannot spell. I tried spelling it last night in somebody's live. Gotta love German place names. I don't think I'm getting up. Treasure the Great Outdoors. I know a lot of people love Czech pencils, and they are pretty, but I don't generally, they're not what I gravitate to. There was one that he did that was like a Christmas, an urban Christmas scene, like a 1950s street at Christmas time. That I liked and almost bought. The castle does look amazing. And I love the conceit that you're looking out your window to the castle too. Like, yeah, that's exactly what's outside my windows. My other house is a castle. And then the one with the purple mountains, I'm sure that's where my husband would love to retire to. It is a tiny little cabin in the woods near a pond. The Marine to Life, I like that one. I've seen other ones like it too that I like. Didn't get it. Kind of kicking myself that I did because it looks like it's been discontinued. So my husband could fish all day or go hunting or generally be in nature. That's why he's on the golf courses, because he loves to be outside. Not me, but he certainly does. And his father's the same, thus the fishing picture that I'm working on for him. Yeah, his family's all outdoors people. I am not an outdoors person. But Brian also likes a lot of things that I'm into too, so that works out. No, we're gonna get deluged. I just heard my husband tell the kids to come get their bedtime meds. They get multivitamins and melatonin gummies to help them go to sleep, especially the youngest one, because she's a little nuts. On the front porch crocheting, yeah, I could do that. Have to get better at crocheting though. The only things I've really completed crocheting is a couple of headbands I made with buttons on them to hook your mask onto. And they turned out all right, but I'm working on this dishcloth that came in this kit that I bought, and I'm not sure what it is, if it's the tension or what it is, but the dishcloth ends up looking like a collar. It's completely curved. It's like, yeah, my youngest has severe ADHD, and we haven't got my oldest diagnosed. We have an appointment for her coming up, but I think she's got at least the attention deficit part of it. She's not a hyperactive kid like her sister, but she definitely has difficulty with her attention. And probably, if I'm honest, I have a lot of the symptoms too, but I was never diagnosed. That's something that I want to look into. I remember going over all of the material they give you when your kids get diagnosed, and looking at the stuff that talks about how to cope with ADHD as an adult. And I'm like, this reads like a user's manual for my life. Reads like a life user's manual. So I was going to go in and get tested myself, and then COVID happened, and I just haven't gotten a chance to get around to it. From what I'm understanding, the hyperactive ones are the ones that get diagnosed. And like my oldest, I'm not a hyperactive person. And when I was a kid in the 80s, the kids that were getting diagnosed were like the hyperactive boys. It doesn't tend to show up that way in girls, although my youngest is a girl and she's very hyperactive. But just because she's a girl and that's how she presents doesn't mean that's the norm of how girls present. So according to my mother, when that started being in the news and like on 60 Minutes and stuff in the 80s, my dad kind of ruefully smiled and was like, that's pretty much how I was as a kid. I'm pretty sure I probably would have that if they tested me. And my husband has admitted that it sounds an awful lot like him as a kid too, so. She probably comes by it honestly. That's a good job. It's Crashly's not here with all these exes. I think it was Friday night. X's everywhere. Impulse control. Yeah, that's a big one with Caitlin, the little one. She seems to have no impulse control. It's kind of insane. Like you can almost see it. I'll be trying to get her ready for school, and she'll see something that has nothing to do with school, and it'll spark the idea in her head that she should do something else too. And it's almost impossible to divert her from the thing that she's suddenly just discovered to go back to doing what she was supposed to be doing. It's like, no, you don't play with the toy now. Now is the time where you need to be getting shoes on so she can go to school. Oh, Crashly is a hoot. I love Crashly. And I'm glad we're doing some stuff for her. But yeah, Caitlin has no impulse control, never has. And everybody kept telling me, oh, just give it time. She's little. And, well, she's a lot less little. And she still has no impulse control. It's like living with an overgrown toddler. Except you can't use things like child locks on her because she knows how to open them. Yeah. Oh, yeah, absolutely. And she has another medical issue that has been causing her to have potty accidents, which is getting increasingly embarrassing as she gets older. I mean, she's in third grade. She's 8 years old and in third grade, and she still has accidents occasionally because she gets so distracted with what she's got her mind on that she will just ignore the fact that she has to go until she can't ignore it anymore. And some of it is the condition, and some of it is the ADHD. And it's a problem. Yeah, it wasn't so bad when she was in junior kindergarten and regular kindergarten, but she's getting old enough now that she knows that other kids don't, and it's getting embarrassing for her. Hi, Annie.
Hi.
Handing in your technology?
Yes.
Hand her over. It's a Billy. Hi, Billy.
Being honest, I wish I could have it till bedtime.
Yeah, well, there's been studies on that it interrupts sleep patterns with the blue light. And you guys need to go to school in the morning, so.
Just about
Hey, Nana. I figured Billy and Nana would be in Turkey Coma's land.
What?
Thanksgiving, Turkey Coma. Today's American Thanksgiving.
Oh,
Which is why Wolfpack's not going live, which is why I decided to go live.
so that people could still get their diamond paying lives.
Yeah, and something for me to do too.
Looks like the Turkey Coma folks are waking up.
I wondered if that would happen. But I figured that some people might want to live, and not everyone who diamond paints and is part of the YouTube communities in the US. So we did have Crystal in here. I'm so full and I feel sick from eating. Isn't that what you're supposed to feel after Thanksgiving? Full to bursting? Not that Emily would know that. She doesn't like any of the traditional Thanksgiving foods.
I can put myself full of crap dinner, thank you very much.
A craft dinner is not a traditional Thanksgiving food.
I know, but I can still do that with my craft dinner. Compared to all the lives that I've been on, I'm surprised how slow moving this live is. Like,
Well, I've got like 3 people in the live. That's why it's slow moving.
6, actually.
I've got 6? It's mostly me and Dawn talking. But Billy and Nana just got here. And I guess we could have lurkers.
Like people who have no ability, like people, for example, who watch on a TV who can't exactly type.
I don't know if a lot of the TV apps you can use on lives, although I have heard other people tell me they were watching on TV and using their phone to talk. So I suppose maybe you can.
Yeah, you can. I've been on lives before on the TV.
You can't stop for the dessert, Nana. You just can't. That's like my favorite part.
Pumpkin pie is delicious.
That it is.
Can't say no to dessert unless you're so full you threw up on the table.
Yeah, no.
Then you should probably not eat dessert. But I can watch on TV but use my phone to chat. Yeah. I couldn't chat, but I could watch the live and I could watch I only tend to watch gaming live, so the chat tends to skyrocket, go faster than I can read it.
Yeah, I've seen lives like that. It's like
I
you can't read the chat at all.
Yeah.
But this community isn't nearly that big.
Yeah, the gaming community is huge. Especially for Minecraft and Roblox and Among Us and games like that are blowing up right now, or a lot of people make fun of, but a lot of people still like.
Like the diamond painting community is so small, most people don't even know what diamond painting is.
Yes.
Itchy nose.
It's nice that it's kind of funny how I got a crafty teacher who's also loves fitness and stuff for this year. And
Yes,
you just got into a bunch of brand new crafts.
Yeah, your teacher crochets, doesn't she?
Yeah, she crochets and does some other cool crafts. And she gives away chocolates.
Oh, she's gonna be your new favorite.
No, she's not. She's not. Well, I mean, compared to kindergartner teachers, you can't really go wrong with kindergarten teachers.
No, and you guys had Mrs. Black, and Mrs. Black was awesome.
Yes, Mrs. Black was amazing.
Mrs. Black is so amazing. She's still looking out for Caitlin.
Yep.
Yes, Caitlin decided she was going to walk home the other day. Not at the end of the school, but partway through the school day, she just decided she was going to leave campus and come home.
Why?
And her teacher had been out on a Timmy's run and had noticed her and gone, okay, and had followed her home to me to make sure she was okay and to ask if she could take her back to school. It was a good job I was home.
Yeah, that would not have been nice.
She is awesome. I love her.
Oh, yeah. I like her too.
And then I got a call from the principal telling me that she can't be doing that. It's like, no, I know she can't be doing that. There will be talks with her about that when she gets home.
Yeah, that would not be an exciting thing to talk about with your parent, with your kid, or as a kid to your parents. Neither that would be fun. I haven't seen what time
Have you taken your medicine yet?
Yeah.
Yeah. Can you go get your sister to bring down her tablet and get her medicine too?
She's on the toilet.
Oh, well. We won't interrupt her there.
But I've already told her that once she's done. And one thing that's kind of stupid that I did was I was recording and I forgot I was actually recording.
I've done that.
I was getting ready to set up this huge game with me and my sister and a bunch of randoms on Among Us, and I completely forgot I was recording. I'd gone for 15 minutes recording without me remembering that I was actually going to record.
I've also done I'm going to set up to record and forget to press the button. So I'm talking to myself and I'm recording and I'm doing a whole unboxing or everything else and look up and realize I have no footage because I forgot to hit the button.
And one good screen recorder for those who want to start up a gaming channel, even though
I don't think anyone here wants to start up a gaming channel.
Or maybe just
I don't think anyone here wants to start up a gaming channel. Why don't you go check and make sure that your sister hasn't finished up on the toilet and gone and gotten distracted by something?
Probably Among Us.
Because you and I both know that that happens.
And it happens quite frequently.
Very. Not the best job. You can sort of see them a little off. Daddy's on it.
She got distracted by YouTube videos. That's what went on.
She got distracted by YouTube. Nobody in this family does that.
Yeah, but the thing is, she's being distracted by little kids role playing in a shop, as far as I can tell.
Caitlin.
And toys. That would be horrible.
I am working. Here, You're interrupting my live, my girl.
Are you watching a live?
No, I'm doing a live. I am live.
You live?
I'm live. Say hi to the people, Caitlin.
Hi.
Hugging me is not on screen, Caitlin. That's what's on screen.
I am working on a leaping fish picture. I don't think I can.
I believe the cam's over there.
Ooh. Show it.
It kind of looks like
The camera's right there.
I know.
being honest, it kind of looks like one of those Great Bass Shop hats or whatever.
Yeah, it does kind of.
What are you working on it for? Because you probably don't want that for yourself.
It's for Grandpa.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you can see it there. Trying to get in this shot. Scene stealer.
We should probably make a lunch and put them out.
Yes, you should. And then go get in PJs. Both wearing Christmas dresses.
Mine's more winter than Christmas. Because I got candy canes and snowflakes.
I'm sorry, candy canes is Christmas.
However, Caitlin's got Santa Claus and llamas. Something
Oh, Nana and Dawn say hi. Hi, Caitlin.
That's not how you spell it, but Nana Seven Crafts got it. but
Nana
Dawn
Nana
did not.
got it. Yeah.
Dawn did not.
She's close though. Just got the K in there instead of the Z. Caitlin's one of those names that can be spelled 1,500 different ways. Okay, so Daddy's got clementines up there for you and apple slices. There's also raisins you can put in your lunch. Make a complete lunch so I don't get a call.
The thing is, it's only Caitlin who's calling for that. So as long as she packs the stuff she needs, she can move on.
Help her, why don't you? Miss, I am a 13-year-old and therefore don't need my mother's advice anymore.
I just want to be able to
Oh.
use it.
That's.
What
What do you think your sister is? A dolphin?
I just kind of sort of look up and Caitlin's like,
Hey, is there anything in the freezer for your lunches?
Of course there is a yogurt too.
We freeze yogurt tubes and a certain.
Sure. I mean, you got
Girls. Can we dial the silly back, please? Caitlin, act like a human being.
I will never be like that. I'm a werewolf.
She's a werewolf.
Caitlin's convinced herself that she's a werewolf.
Isn't there yogurt tubes in the fridge?
We ran out.
Okay, take that upstairs, put it in your lunches. Get some clementines, apple slices. Make a sandwich.
Where's mine?
Bye.
Where's mine?
Did you drop it somewhere?
Right?
I started digging over there.
Did you grab one for yourself?
Yeah, I did. Sweet.
Did you find it?
No, I
Like a
didn't.
rock sad and you get some fun bad.
Forces you out of her mind.
Looking around, looking around, how lucky you are to be alive right now. I'm gonna go close that door too. Kids are loud. They're getting ready for school. They're in person school. At least for now. We tried the whole homeschooling thing during the lockdown the end of last year, and oh God, did not work for us. Caitlin needs to have the other kids around her so that she will settle down and have that modeled to her so that she will settle down and actually do stuff. I can't get her to sit down for that long. I feel bad for her teachers. I do. Yeah, college here is virtual. High school is half virtual, half in person, and elementary school is your choice. You can either have them virtual or you can have them in person. I think my oldest probably would have done all right virtual, although even she needs a little more. But the little one definitely needs to see the other kids and to see them face to face and have that modeled for her. So as long as they will allow it, I will continue to send her. They have to have masks, and each class is sort of sequestered to their own section of land outside and all kinds of stuff. And somebody's coming down again. Hi, you're supposed to be getting ready for bed.
It was me with the fingers. Wait, Tom.
Come here, spasmodic.
Yep.
I want a hug. How are you? PJs.
I go baby.
Bye-bye.
Bye. I'm a werewolf. I will always be a werewolf.
Well, you know.
Doesn't make sense like for an alien, my dad, and a witch, my mom, which is like pink. Doesn't make sense for those two to have a werewolf, but I'm still a werewolf.
Magic is a wonderful thing.
Yes.
Bye.
Bye bye.
Everything's going virtual. There's a lot of calls right now for Ontario to go with virtual schooling, 100%. And if it gets much worse, I wouldn't be surprised if we do. But we're not there yet. Yeah. Some of my coworkers were high school seniors last year, and it was not fun for them to not have a graduation. But such is life, unfortunately. We don't always get what we want. I had that door closed and it's open again. They're arguing upstairs. Shocker, I know. Why are you coming down here? What happened to the gummies? Your sister happened to the gummies. Or you did, I'm not sure which.
So we're out of gummies?
We're out of gummies. I came down, the box was empty.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's probably when you stole my phone.
Yeah. At least they're still allowing spouses in. Sucks though. I don't know if I got through the birth of my youngest without my mom there. Six, there's a six. There's a six. What's the sixes? PhD in 3 more years. Yep. Well, by 3 years, we should be well out of this. So hopefully he'll be able to have a big bash for his PhD then. Because that's one hell of an achievement. Yeah, unfortunately, I can't work from home, so. That's all the sixes. Color change. Hopefully this medication will start working so that I can go back to work. Go to P. hurricane that is quiet for just a moment. Yellow sky. Just put more wax in here. People are trying to get the Canadian government to nail down when they're going to have access to N vaccine. And it's like, it's brand new. They're gonna have to get it to everybody, and they're gonna be fighting half, if not the whole world, to get enough of it. So yeah, everybody can chill out. It'll happen, but there's no timeline. I don't even have that as normalcy. Like, diamond painting was new for me due to COVID. So, but me sitting in my PJs and crafting, that's fairly normal. So I sit and I diamond paint. Yeah, this one's going to be a Christmas gift for my father-in-law who just went into assisted living. We're still trying to figure out what exactly is wrong with him, but he needs a lot of help with stuff right now. May not have to be there forever, but I figured a new picture on his wall would help liven up the place a bit. Yeah, I hear you there. They're likely going to get in the medical community first. I think that's probably my cue to wrap it up. We have been on here for about 90 minutes. I think it's time for me to shut it down, because that's my cue to take meds, and then I get really loopy. So I just started my sleeping meds again after being off them for a week, and I missed Tia's live. I just couldn't stay up that late. I went to bed about 10 o'clock my time, and I slept through to 1 o'clock this afternoon. So yeah, I was a little out of it. I remember vaguely waking up and hearing the phone ring because the school had called me wondering where my kids were, and I just went ahead and told them they were sick and went back to sleep. But yeah, they're not coming in today, and went back to sleep. And next thing I know, it's 1 o'clock in the afternoon. Oh, Crystal's back, and I'm wrapping it up. I'm sorry. I have to get going. I'm glad you enjoyed it, and thanks for coming out and joining me there, Dawn. I'll see you guys all later. Bye.